It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, January 13th. I am so happy to have you guys all here. Happy to be here. Happy to have my people with me, like family. We are together. This is my safe zone. I feel like you guys are my home away from home, and I'm so grateful to have you guys all here, safe and together. This is our this is our meeting place. It's our church, the Church of Daily Dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. We have so much to talk about. I want to talk about the weekend, the incredibly successful weekend of the Daily Dose of Donna F22 Studios Drive. I met so many of you. We're going to talk about what's going on, of course, with the fires. I can't not talk about the fires. I'm so sorry for those of you that just want to pretend it's not happening because you want to like just talk about entertainment news and pop culture. And I get it. I get it. Sometimes I want to be there too, but there's absolutely no way, especially because it's so surrounding me. And we're still in the middle of it. We have not even gotten through it. You know what they say? The only way to get over it is you can't go over it. You can't go under it. You got to get through it. And we're still going through it. We are on day 6 of the one of probably the worst natural disasters or disasters I would say the United States has ever had. Probably, I would imagine. Well, that's what they said on the news last night. Uh, and then we will talk a little bit about entertainment news just because some stuff is going on and we do need levity. Remember, this is Daily Dose of Donna. We keep it light, we keep it tight. But of course, we do have to talk about real life. So, I share from my heart. I share my opinion. I am not a news program. I am for entertainment purposes, but I do share what I see from my eyes and my heart. So, everyone, thank you for being here. This is Daily Dose of Donna. Thank you for being here, everyone. What a freaking nightmare. What a nightmare. Truly, what a nightmare. We are on day 6 of the fires. Exactly 6 days ago on Tuesday, January. Someone help me do the math. Well, 7 days ago was January 6th, right? No, 13 minus 7 is 14 minus 7 is 7, January 6th. Yes. So on January 7th, it was a really windy day. And then, of course, that day, the fire broke out in the Palisades. And then shortly after, the fire broke out in Altadena, and we had no idea what was ahead of us. And currently, as of right now, according to my Watch Duty app, and if you guys are interested in the Watch Duty app, that seems to be the best app. It's a free app, and it seems to be the best app to keep you updated on current fire conditions. You can see it's an app that tells you exactly kind of like where you are. It shows you where your house is on the map. So like my house is the blue dot. I don't even see it when I turn it around. Oh yeah. My house is a blue dot right there. But the fires are still raging. The Palisades fire is the big one. And then of course the Eaton fire is still raging as well. We currently still have those 2 fires. The Hearst fire is going on, but it's 95% contained. The Creek fire is also 90% contained, and it's pretty small at this point. They got the Kenneth fire out. They got the other few fires out. I believe those are really just the 2 ones that they're concerned about. However, as you guys saw, if you have been paying attention to the weather, we still have really, really concerning weather conditions coming up. Do you guys like how I've become literally, I'm Dallas Raines with the weather? Like someone pull up the green screen and I want a pointer. We have northeast conditions coming in at 30 to 40 miles per hour right here. I'm literally Dallas Raines. I've been watching so much weather. So this is the concern. We have wind. We have serious Santa Ana winds coming in. And apparently, right now I'm looking outside in Sherman Oaks. The wind is coming, but it's not strong at all. But they're like little mini gusts. So according to my weather app, As of right now, it's 61 degrees and it's fully sunny. And our air quality is not great. Yesterday was at like 25 to 30, which was good. Right now it's 52, which means it's not great. Um, and the wind is 12 miles per hour right now. Um, and there's 20 miles per hour gusts. So it's coming in at strong gusts. Now, tomorrow is the concern. Apparently, at like 4 a.m. tonight to Wednesday, there's supposed to be winds that are coming in strong. And I'm not in like the danger zone, but apparently there are some serious winds, and I'll show you guys here. Yashar Ali, I hope I'm saying that right, and I don't even know if that's actually his name, but that's his username on Instagram. He posted something that freaked me the F out last night. And I'm sorry for everyone that I posted on my Instagram stories, but I felt like this is something that we should probably know because I feel like no one was as prepared as we should have this last time. But he posted something that scared the living crap out of me. This is Yashar Ali on Instagram. He said, the National Weather Service says that the winds in the LA area from Tuesday through Wednesday necessitate a designation of a particularly dangerous situation. This is a very specific designation the National Weather Service uses for weather events that pose an especially serious threat to life and property. This is basically what they said for last week, which caused this fire, which like was the day of these big fires. It says, to illustrate how serious this designation is, according to the New York Times, the National Weather Service has only issued this designation for the LA area a total of 5 times in history. The last time was early last week before the Palisades and Eden fires. So this is what it looks like according to this map. It says particularly dangerous situations, red flag warning. It's hard to see from this, but you can go to his Instagram account. It's from Tuesday at 4 a.m. to noon on Wednesday. And it shows you on a map. This is Ventura and Los Angeles counties. It circles certain areas. Now, my house is out of this purple circled area. It's kind of like right under this area because it's the deep valley, meaning the really northern region, and then right by the ocean, kind of where the Palisades are, and the Ventura area is up here. But what the fuck? Like, what in the world? I have never, ever seen 5 times in the history of Los Angeles this has ever been. So it says, obviously, do not do anything that could spark a fire. I mean, what? So obviously, I panicked when I saw this. I was like, wait, I don't understand. Like, so now we're in the line of fire again, literally in the line of fire. Now, everyone's telling me, like, Donna, and I'm getting so many lovely DMs from you guys. And seriously, I'm not joking when I tell you, like, it's not like lost on me how incredible you guys are. And I have so much to tell you about this weekend. But so many of you are like, I have a house in Florida. I have a house in Arizona. I have a house in Laguna Beach. Like, come, bring your kids, bring your animals, like, come to my house. And while I want to tell you, I will, and I will. Like, if I have to leave this house, I'm coming to your house. I'm not against ever taking you up on this offer. But of course, I do have my kids, and they're in school right now. Actually, school came back today from a majority of LAUSD and our kids' school. And I am absolutely, planning on staying home. And until, if God forbid, we have to leave. And then if we have to leave, we will leave. But I'm not planning on leaving unless I have to. The reason why is this. I am staying confident that everything will be okay unless there is a reason for it not to be okay. I'm not up in a hill, okay? I'm in the flats, but I'm at the base of a hill. I'm right off of Ventura Boulevard, which is a flat. It's the main street, but I'm a block from the hills, right? Like it's between Ventura and the hills. I'm really confident that we are more prepared as a whole. We are packed. We are ready to go if God forbid something would happen. I am trying really, really hard to stay confident that, like, okay, listen, the fire department hopefully is ready to go. I would imagine that now the leaders of this state and of the country are like all eyes on these things now, and the police department is extra, like, everyone is on all eyes on it now. So I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. The stress is too much. The stress is too much to think about it at this point, because I can't live my life in the what if. And I can't keep running away. Like, so many of my friends have run away, right? So many of my friends just left town. And then they're just out in Palm Springs and they're like, "When should we come back?" Never. Like, they were supposed to come back yesterday. And then they were like, "Well, I guess I won't come back tomorrow. And then I guess I won't come back Tuesday. Now I guess I won't come back Wednesday. I guess I'll come back Thursday." Like, I have a job. My husband has a job. My kids have school. I have animals to feed. So I'm trying very hard to stay calm and to stay normal and to live my life and to breathe and to, focus on helping others. And that's what we did this weekend. So for those of you that I met this weekend, I'm just going to try to think of who came to the drive that I met. And if I forgot your name, I am so sorry. Like, off the top of my head, dosers that I met. I met June. I met Adora. I met Unyang. I met Alex. I saw Kathy again. I've met her before. Of course, I met Eliza and Patrice and Orly. I know Eliza. She's on my show. Hello. I saw, let's see. I said Alex, Bonnie. Oh gosh, Andy, Heidi. So many other dosers came. And I'm sure I'm going to forget your names. I was blown away. So many dosers came and we hugged and we were so excited to see each other. I just was blown away. Like, people were like, "I love your show." And it was just so cool. I just couldn't believe that you were there to see me and to donate. And it blew me away. And then so many people donated on Venmo. Like, I have raised, I think it's $11,000 in cash on Venmo that is still sitting in my Venmo right now, because I really want to take my time with it. I haven't spent it, and I'm going to hold on to it for a second because I want to wait and look at the GoFundMe's one by one. This is what I want to do. And you tell me if you've donated money. I want you to tell me exactly. And by the way, you can still do this. You can still do this. I'm going to put it right now in the comments, my Venmo, and then just put the word donation if you want to donate. This is how I'm going to use the money. Oh my God. I'm like, okay. This is how you can do it if you want to donate. That's Venmo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the GoFundMe's. They're verified GoFundMe's that they've put on GoFundMe that are affected by the LA fire. I'm going to go through people specifically that are either struggling with like newborn babies, maybe someone that is like pregnant, newborn baby. I want to go through people that have maybe struggled through unemployment, people that have already gone through a tough time. I want to find people that maybe are taking care of ailing parents, multi-generations in one family. You don't realize that before these fires, how many people were struggling with cancer, with illness, with unemployment, with, no insurance, people that have specifically no insurance. I've seen a lot of GoFundMe's for people that, I saw someone say my boss has a GoFundMe, but this is a boss that has a huge, huge job. And I'm like, okay, great. But that's probably not where my money's going to go. You know what I mean? So I want to go to someone that really, really, really wants to have, really, really needs it. Really needs it. Like someone that hasn't worked in 6 months because the industry shut down in Los Angeles and also has a baby on the way. You know what I mean? That's why I want to take my time with it. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I want to look for people that are taking care of their parents, have taken in their older parents. And I'm really probably going to focus a lot on the Altadena area because those are the really lower class, working class, middle class. No offense to Palisades, but I think Palisades tend to be more of the upper class because those homes even though so many of them don't have more money, those homes just are worth more. And so it's probably most likely they just have a baseline of more money. Does that make sense? Animals, please. So let's talk about animals. Yes, somebody with sick children. Yes, anyone that's taking care of ill children or ill parents. That's what I want to focus on. Okay. Um, then I wanna talk about, animals. Okay, animals. So we got so much animal supplies. It was crazy. We got so much dog food, so much cat food, so many supplies, right? Like dog bowls and cat litter and toys and all this. In fact, we took it to the Pasadena Humane Society and they turned it down because they didn't have enough space, which is great. That means they're getting so much. So we ended up taking it to Silmar, which is like the nearest shelter to, or the nearest like humane society to Pasadena, which is great. Like there is, if there's spillover, that's good. That means dogs are getting it, animals are getting it. Unfortunately, I feel bad for the large animal shelters. Those are like the horses and the boars and like the pigs. Think about it. People have like crazy big random animals, you know? So I'm going to keep going there. I really want to foster a little doggy. I haven't told Lance about that yet, but I really want to foster a little puppy. Speaking of, did you guys see this? I know you probably hate Tom Sandoval, but this kind of like made my heart happy. I saw this little article that Tom Sandoval and his girlfriend, they fostered a little pup. And I thought, listen, you can hate on them all you want, but I thought this was so sweet. Tom Sandoval and Victoria fostered this little puppy. I mean, if I'm gonna love on them for anything, this is what I'm gonna love on them for. Like, I am obsessed. I want that puppy. She says it's 6 a.m., just in bed, haven't slept tonight at all. Can't stop thinking of everyone affected by the fires. Can't stop thinking of what I could be doing right now. When we first got the warning of potential fires, and I saw that 2 days before everything started, I had a bad feeling. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. My heart absolutely hurts for everyone. I love you all so much. Whoever, friend, stranger, absolutely anyone that needs help, please reach out. Seriously, I'm here. Anything I can. Um, and that's what she did. So she ended up finding a little dog donation place, and she ended up finding this place. Okay. Talk shit all you want about whoever you want, but anyone that's willing to help anyone right now, I don't have room to talk shit about anyone. Whether it's $5, an item of clothing, or like rescuing a dog, or even just like donating a bottle of shampoo. I have no room in my heart to talk shit about anyone that's helping right now. I just don't. I don't have room in it. I don't have room in my heart for anyone that's willing to shit on anyone that is struggling or that's feeling for these people. And I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I actually don't know what's wrong with other people, actually. I don't have it in me to be able to like move on from this. Is it because it's so close to home, or is it because the destruction is so mass? I don't understand exactly like what's going on. I can't move on from this. I can't stop obsessing over the destruction and what people are going through. And then I can't get over the fact that we're still going through it. Like, I can't get over the fact that there's homes still in danger. How does a city, how do multiple cities heal when people are still scared for their homes? Like, my sister is still evacuated. My sister is seriously still at my mom's house evacuated. M Like, 8 of my friends still can't go home because their homes are in danger. Like, how can we even move forward when so many people are still not even safe? So, it's just such an unreal time. And, something a video there's so many videos that are just going around that are so emotional. I know a lot of you guys saw that video of that sweet homeowner, that dog owner that got reunited with Oreo. Did you guys see that? Oreo? Oh my God. Everyone in their world, I posted it too, but everyone sent it to me on Instagram. I'm going to show it to you guys. If you are a dog lover, who's not a dog lover? Who is not a dog lover? But everyone sent it to me. I literally couldn't handle it because this is, other than your own personal family, this is your biggest fear, right? Your animals. And when I saw this, I just thought, I seriously think I'm gonna lose my mind over this. Let's watch Oreo getting reunited with his dad.
Sweet. Wow. Awesome,
Oh, sorry.
man. Yay. Man. Wow. Man. Good shit.
Oreo. And how many people like didn't? I saw a video. Like, how many times can we do this, right? Like, how many times can we say, I saw a video? I saw a video of this one man that was speaking Spanish. He lived in Altadena in an apartment. He didn't speak English. And he came home to see his apartment and he was talking with a reporter. And I guess he lived there with his wife and 2 kids. And he walked in and he just was like hysterical because I think there's something that happens. Like, you know that your building is gone, you know that your house is gone. But then when you see it for the first time and you actually just see like ashes, it's like one thing to know that it's gone, but then when you actually see it in ashes, it's like a whole different kind of an emotional experience, I would imagine. And so then you see it and then you all of a sudden just see nothing. And his first thing was like, we left our bird. We left our bird there. And he was saying it, he was in Spanish and he was hysterical crying. We left our bird. I just got so sad. And that's just one story, right? Like, how many people probably are going to live with guilt for the rest of their lives for like leaving their fish or like leaving their lizards or their cats? I just can't, you guys. I just can't. So someone sent me a DM the other day, like, wow, you're so strong that you're able to like get through this. I'm not. I'm like a mess. I'm trying really hard to like pretend everything's fine, but it's how can you feel fine? And for all these like pieces of shit who are just commenting like, you'll be fine, you're in California, or you voted for this. You voted for that. Like, what does that even mean? You voted for this. What, we voted to like end our lives? Like destroy our lives? Or you'll be fine. You had money. My house cleaner, my housekeeper, Nydia, who I adore, who's worked with us for like 7 years. She's family to us, her and her daughter, Melanie. She's here today. She comes on Mondays. And she walked in the house and we just like looked at each other and we both just started to cry because she's a mom. She speaks like pretty much fluent Spanish, but I can get by in Spanish. And so like I have broken Spanish and she has broken English and we can speak. And we just hugged. This woman, Nydia, I don't know where she lives specifically. I can't imagine she's wealthy. I don't know her exact amount that she lives with or on. I know she lives with her 2 adult daughters who are in their 20s. And she says to me, these people, she called them pendejas. She says, these people that are talking about, oh, they're so rich. She goes, it's not about the money. It's their home, she tells me. And I'm thinking, wow, if Nydia, who probably doesn't have that much money, can speak that way, why can't other people have a little bit of sympathy and empathy out there? It's so much more than freaking money. It's your home. It's so much more than money. It's your home. It's your life. It's your comfort. It's your coziness. It's your memories. It's your safe place. It's your sanctuary, you know? So that's why I feel so sad about all of it. I just can't get over it. And I'll just keep doing it. I'll just keep donating and donating and working and working and donating. And I mean, that's the best I can do. I think for the most part, the world is at a standstill right now, not knowing like how to function from what I'm seeing. I mean, some people are just moving on, I would imagine, because I don't know if it affects people everywhere. But for me, I can't. I'm trying, and I will. I will talk about Paige DeSorbo. I will talk about Sister Wives, but I can't just turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off. But that's also because I have actual friends who have lost homes, you know? Um anyway, I will continue to keep you guys posted about everything, about everyone, about anyone that is, needing help or anything or any new. Oh, my friend just started an organization and I'll just keep you guys posted about it. It's so cute. It's called Neighbor Hoodie. So for teens, a lot of teens, and especially in the LA area, I don't know if where your kids live, young teens, think about 13, middle school to high school. They all like wearing hoodies, right? And there's so many kids that, they lost their hoodies. They all wear hoodies and they don't, that's all they want. They want to wear hoodies. So this woman, my friend Alexis, and her kids, who are all evacuated right now, decided to come up with a donation company called Neighbor Hoodies, where they're just taking hoodies, basically very gently used or new hoodies for teens of hopefully, some kind of cute brand names, maybe not just basics, but maybe Lululemon if you have used hoodies, or Nike, or Athleta, or something like that, just to give teens some cool hoodies that they can feel a little cool going back to school and stuff. I don't know. It's a cute little idea. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the show. Okay. I will put it all together in my newsletter this next week. How about that? Anyway, Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt has become the voice of the fire. Who would have thought in 2025 that the biggest villain of reality TV in the early 2000s was going to become the voice of the fire? And when I say that, it's because he is literally the voice of the people. Because he lived in the Palisades, people just assume, oh, this rich motherfucker, right? But sorry to curse. Oh my God, that just came out. But the truth is, he straight up is saying, I don't have cash. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have so much in my pocket. I had the house that we lived in and I had assets, but all those assets were burned. All my material possessions that I spent so much money on, all my designer clothes, all my little trinkets, all the, crystals that I bought, all of these things, they're all gone. And now I just have my social media to make money off of. And so he spent the last 5 days literally virtually 24/7 online making content, trying to promote his wife's Heidi Pratt's content. Heidi Montag, Heidi Pratt, whatever. And he's constantly trying to promote her album to the point where she is literally number 1 on iTunes now. He has literally taken her from just a silly little singer to number 1 on iTunes. He's trying to get her to number 1 on Billboard. She's making so much money through her streams, which everyone is banding together to support him and her. And you could say, oh my gosh, why are we trying to just support them? There's so many people in need. He's hustling his ass off. He's actually working so hard. He's constantly online creating content to try to make money for his family. They're getting all these different deals. I think if I were a reality TV company, if I were Hulu, if I were Bravo, if I were Peacock, if I were Netflix, if I were any of them, I would be knocking down Spencer's door right now with a huge check saying, let me document your journey right now. Let me film this. Let me make a docuseries. Let me make a reality show. Let me get you on TV right now, because I think that you need to be this needs to be a reality show, or this needs to be a 4-part docu-series. I truly believe he needs to be documented, and we will all be watching this, because this journey of your house, I mean, he's documented it all. So you can have so much content for the show already of he filmed him during the fire. So you can already have all of that content, and then we can literally see them building their lives back up after the fire through the music career, through him finding a new house. Honestly, forget Andy in a camera. I almost don't want Bravo. I want another person to get successful through this. I truly believe he deserves it, and I want to see this happen. I would be so, and then I want him to build Palisades back up. I feel like he loves the Pacific Palisades so much. He was born and raised there. His parents lost their house. Everyone that he knows lost their homes. Like, he is from the Palisades. He had a video the other day talking about his son's karate sensei Jerry. I forget what his last name was. He said he's been there since he was a kid. 44 years he's been teaching at this in the Pacific Palisades. Not only did his own studio burn down, but now even if his studio didn't burn down, he wouldn't have any clientele because all of his clients burned down their homes. Their homes burned down. Apparently, they're also going to sue California, as they should. I told you already that I believe a huge lawsuit is coming up. Grant Cardone is another person that's going to sue California. I saw that yesterday at the Waldorf Astoria. A huge amount of Pacific Palisades residents got together and spoke to a huge attorney there. Trust me when I tell you, this is going to be like an Aaron Brockovich situation. I believe this is going to be a major, major, major situation. Something is going to happen. I cannot wait. Yes, they had no insurance. Lance and I were wondering, it was so interesting. On Saturday night, after we did our fire donation drive, we came home. We were exhausted. When I tell you, after you do something that's like so exciting and so energetic and so like, and I talk about it yesterday on Patreon, by the way, go over to my Patreon. I get really spicy. I talk about politics. I talk about my anger. I talk about a lot of things that a lot of you probably won't agree with. So go to Patreon for that. But I came home after that day, after dropping everything off at the YMCA and seeing actual victims of the fire, like literally taking our donations. I was a mess. I came home crying and I was so tired I couldn't function. When you do something so like emotionally heightened and then you come home and you just like melt into the couch. So Lance made me a martini, as one does. And I just sat there, and then we were like 3 sips into our martini, and then I said, do we have fire insurance? Like, I haven't thought to think of like to ask those questions. So we called our guy, Zachary Schneiderman. Shout out Zachary. I posted about him in my stories the other day. We texted him. He called us back. He's like, I'm going out to dinner, so I may take you with me out to dinner. I've been on the phone for 48 hours straight with clients. He's like, let me go through your stuff. Okay. Yep. You totally have fire insurance. He's like, I would never let you not have fire insurance. If we canceled your insurance, I would call you immediately and let you know. I don't know how these people didn't have fire insurance. What's crazy is that they didn't have fire insurance. And what's weird is that they weren't able to get other insurance. I don't know if that was like a lack of trying or that was a lack of being able to get insured by anyone else. I have no idea what happened there. But I mean, I heard it was hard to get fire insurance in that area because the Pacific Palisades wasn't maintained up to code, essentially. So from what I heard, Pacific Palisades was told essentially that you have to maintain your brush. You have to cut back the forest. You have to cut back the trees. It is in a condition that will be devastating if a fire breaks out. It's not under a good condition for fire prone areas, whatever. And if you're not doing this as a business, as an insurance company, as a business, it is a horrible business move for us to insure you because if a fire breaks out, as we saw, we will be screwed as a business, right? They literally knew that as a business move, if there's a fire, we are going to get screwed. And sure enough, look what happened. So like as an insurance company, they were smart to cancel all their insurances. Not to saying that I agree. I think they're horrible, horrible human beings. I hate insurance. I just think that apparently, according to the insurance companies, they were telling, areas like the Pacific Palisades, we cannot insure you unless you maintain certain things so that it's less prone to fire. I have no idea. I was watching something about paradise. So do you guys, this was on Anderson Cooper last night. If you watch, you could probably find it somewhere to stream. So last night on CNN, Anderson Cooper did a whole like special report on this. Forget what he called it. It's like a 30-minute program, Anderson Cooper's program. And he was speaking to, I don't know if he was speaking, someone else went over to Paradise, where Paradise had those crazy fires. Was that 2018? I can't even remember anymore. And And Maddie, you told me there was a Netflix documentary about Paradise. Let me know. Yes. It's like she's reading my mind. She immediately just wrote Paradise on Netflix is amazing. Yes, there's a Netflix documentary about Paradise. And I want to watch it now. I hear it's very sad. But Paradise was an area in that completely burned down. Completely. It was like a one-way in, one way out. So many people died. And the area has not come back. Like, I think a third of the town has grown back. So many people never came back. I don't think it's going to be the same in the Palisades because I think the area is much more desirable in the Palisades. However, I wonder. Well, so one thing that I learned about this from Anderson Cooper last night is that they said the woman said that before the Paradise fires, she was insured. She would pay for fire insurance about $500 a year for fire insurance. And now she said $20,000 to $30,000 a year for fire insurance. I almost fell over. $20,000 to $30,000 a year for fire insurance? That's more than I pay on property taxes. For insurance, fire insurance, just fire. It's unsustainable. So this is another conversation that I'm going to have. It's a little political, so stick with me and then we'll move on maybe. Okay. So Gavin Newsom was saying that, and this is more just about California and whole, because a lot of you guys are saying like, yeah, it's such a huge risk. So fire insurance companies can't insure them. Just like in Florida, you can't insure for floods. Just like California, it's so expensive to insure for earthquakes or et cetera, et cetera. So let's talk about like sustainability in terms of being able to live in some of these climates. A lot of you guys are like, wait, is this Daily Dose of Donna, the entertainment pop culture podcast? Or are we just like moving on from entertainment and pop culture? You guys, remember when I used to just talk about like, oh my God, what happened to the show? Should we just talk about Heather McDonald again? Oh my God, I can't believe where this show became this last week. But I'm just interested. This is so interesting to me. Like, I just can't believe that this is actually a conversation we're having, but this feels like so interesting to me. Okay. Okay, you guys are saying daily dose of fire and politics. Thanks, Manette. You've been here from the beginning. Manette has been here from the beginning. We met at Casita after Chef Stu and Amy Phillips' live event like a year and a half ago. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Thank you. Brian says, girl, you talk about whatever you want. Daily Dose of Donna, right? Okay. So really quickly. So Gavin Newsom is saying that according to his plan, he is he was fully prepared for this, right? Like he had enough firefighters on deck. He had enough water reservoirs on deck. Like everything was good. Everything was good. Everything was good. So if that's the case, and I like, don't get me started, right? You guys all know my feelings. So, and I really go into it on Patreon. But if everything was like up to code or up to speed or whatever, and this did happen, maybe no one can live in California then. So, like, are you trying to tell us that California is just an unsustainable state to live in? Like, maybe we just need to leave California, like mass exodus? Because if you're saying that everything we did, we could do, and still this happened, well, then maybe you're telling me, you should go. Like, that's not very reassuring as a California resident. I don't want to feel like I can stay here if you're saying I've done all I can do and you still may lose everything. That scares me. So where do I go? Arizona? Nevada? And then if everyone from California leaves and goes into those states, don't those states become unsustainable? I just don't get what's next. Right? And it has become pretty unsustainable to live here. Like I want to be very clear, like I'm not an LA hater and I'm not a California hater. Quite the opposite, in fact. Like this is my home. I have pictures of me as a little 2-year-old girl, in West Hollywood. Like I am not a transplant. I am LA born and raised. Like what's the I wish I could do it. LA baby. Like I can't do it. I'm going to get like kicked off YouTube for doing like a gang sign. I am an LA born and raised. Cedar Sinai, June 11th, 1981. It was a cold and rainy, sunny June 11th, Tuesday. No, it was a Thursday at 7:11 a.m. I have no idea. I love Los Angeles. I don't want to leave Los Angeles. Everyone I know is here. My mom is here. My sister is here. My nieces and nephews are here. Like, I don't want to go. It's just completely changed. It's a different city. So if it's not sustainable for us to be here, then where do we go? Where do I go? Who's bringing me? Who's bringing me in? And also, I don't know. I'm trying really, really hard to be positive and to be confident that like things aren't as bad as they seem. But like I feel like I'm being gaslit when I see the governor say, like, no, we were fully prepared for this. And then this happened. I would rather him say, we were not prepared at all. Because then I feel like, okay, at least we have somewhere to go with this. Because if you're saying we were fully prepared and the city still is this bad, well, then I'm screwed. Because everything's falling to shit. Does that make sense? Okay. But those smelties are doing good. I love smelt eggs. I actually love a smelt egg. That's like, you know how Bethany eats smelt roe? That's like the roe. Like fish roe. Like, I love smelt eggs. Making sure that those smelt are good. And I want to talk to you like he does. Everything is doing good. What if I talk to you like Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom works with his hands. Gavin Newsom talks with his hands. Do you think Gavin Newsom tries to distract you with his hands? He's doing like a luau. Do you think he's doing like a rain salute? Truly, I really think he's doing some sort of rain dance. Like it's a Moana. He's like, everything is perfect. We have nothing wrong. What you are seeing is fine. The Olympics will still be here. And do I think that everything is going to be okay? Yes, we are already rebuilding. What the hell are you doing? It's wild. If you watch, it's wild. I'm like, what's happening? It's awkward. It is an awkward situation. And I'm not scared anymore. The Bravo community, by the way, like I know I'm not really like Bravo community. I'm not a Bravo person. I'm just a podcaster that talks about it. But I think when I first started this job, I felt like very put in a box with a lot of these podcasters. And I really noticed that the people that spoke about the TV shows that I cover are all very much one way, right? They're all very much one way. And if you don't fall in line with that one way, whether it's like about who you like on TV or about what leaders you like or about what you're very much shunned, right? Like you get very much like pushed out to the side. And so I was so scared. I didn't want to be like pushed out to the side, right? Like I didn't want to be that girl that didn't get like invited onto other shows or didn't get shared onto people's stories or didn't get didn't get likes or comments from people in my field, like the other people that do what I do, right? And then I realized like it wasn't happening anyway. Like they're so clicky. There's so many clicks in this world of what I do. They're so clicky that I was like, wait, what am I doing? Why do I give a shit? Why do I give a shit what they think? Because like I'm running my own show here. I'm on my own train, baby. I'm on my own train. And I don't agree with a lot of what they say, and they don't have to agree with what I say. And what am I scared of? What am I scared of? So what? They don't think they're not going to like me because I don't like Gavin Newsom? Uh-oh. What am I scared of? It's okay. It's okay. We can still talk about, Craig Conover together. So I'm not scared anymore. That's the truth. Okay, I wasn't supposed to get political. That's Patreon. Let's get back to the show. Spencer Pratt is very, very inspiring to watch. He stood up for Mandy Moore, who is getting so much shit because she did a GoFundMe for her in-laws who lost everything. Money is not so easy to come around right now. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have all the money in the world to now just like fund an entire family's life. Everyone is hurting. This is going to be a domino effect. Here's another fallout: the housing market. The rental market is wild. So one of my friends, Sarah, her sister lost everything in Altadena, and she's staying with her at her house down in like Westlake Village. She said she can't find a house to rent. She has a whole family. She went to go to a rental home, and she said, or she went to like open houses for rent, to look at homes to rent. She said that she went on Saturday. She was the 26th person submitting an application. That's not normal right now. Like usually it's pretty easy to find places. Like the housing market's kind of slow in Los Angeles now. Oh no. She's the 26th person submitting an application for kind of like a not so great place. And then, there's this whole issue with people trying to push up their prices. So his name is Ben Bellac. He was on Mauricio's Buying Beverly Hills reality show. He posted a reel the other day where he was saying like, this is out of control. A lot of homeowners that are putting their houses up for rent are price gouging. They're putting their prices up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 more than they were not already getting before the fires. So just say you were renting your house out for $10,000 a month and you weren't getting that price. They took it off the market and now they're putting up for $15,000 a month. And I was on Redfin last night, which is like, Zillow, Redfin, and I was looking at prices and it was crazy. Like I saw a house that was $15,000 a month and it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And it was not nice. $15,000 a month. And I'm like, this is crazy. And apparently they're going after people and they're going to actually start fining the homeowners for that. So that's insane. I mean, that is sick. That is a sick person that is taking advantage of people in need. And that's happening everywhere. I mean, I told you on Friday, I think, about air purifiers, how they're so expensive, you can't find them anywhere. Masks, N95 masks. I mean, you're going to see it across the board, right? But those people that are looking for homes, I mean, that's really, really sad. And I have no idea, like, where are people going to live? We don't have enough homes already as it is. The homeless population is out of control. I have no idea. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. So we'll see where the world goes from here. I saw that Rick Caruso, who actually ran opposite me, Karen Bass, and lost, he ended up donating last night $5 million to the LA Fire Department, our heroes of the world. I love the fire department. I always did. They're such good people. Okay, so I will keep you guys posted. I don't know if there's any new news now. Continuing right now, there is absolutely no wind. We're doing good. Everything's fine. Oh my gosh, wow. So my friend in Calabasas just texted. This is my friend that lives in Calabasas right next to that fire, the Kenneth fire that broke out. Remember on like Thursday when there was no wind? and I'm convinced it's arson, the one that was out in Hidden Hills, Calabasas. He just said they're cutting our power again. They're cutting it intentionally so that it won't be a fire. Unreal. Wow. They really are. They're starting to cut power now preemptively so that there won't be more fires for the winds. That's wild. Okay. I will keep you guys posted on everything. Let's talk Paige DeSorbo, huh? Before I do that, I am a little bit all over the place, but I want to just remind you guys about the sponsor of this week. I am so incredibly excited about the sponsor of this week because this is truly something that I've been using. Honestly, this is not a joke. This is actually a company that I've been using. And a lot of you guys have been asking because a lot of you guys are smart and you've been noticing that I have lost a couple pounds. I have lost a little weight. And I know it sounds silly to talk about this at a time like this, but hey, business is business. And a company came to me and asked to sponsor me. And I was like, holy shit, you're asking to sponsor me. And whoa, I've been using you for a few months, like because I paid to use you. And now I am so excited because now you're actually going to pay me. And I've already been paying you. Okay, let me just get into it. And that is Hers. So the company is called Hers and it's weight loss by Hers. And this is why it's so cool. So they have GLP-1 medications, but the truth is that they have more than just injections. I have not been using injections, by the way. I have not been using injections. Injections are obviously the GLP-1 injections. And they do have the injections like Ozempic, the same active ingredient like Ozempic and Wegovy, but I am doing something completely different. So what I have is PCOS. And so I went to Hers online and I'm like, they gave me a bunch of copy, but I'm just going to tell you guys straight off what I did. Okay. I went to forhers.com, forhers.com. Okay. This was like 3 months ago. I think it was like November, October. I went to forhers.com because I was feeling really annoyed. I was working out all the time and I was holding on to this extra weight. And I was frustrated because I was eating healthy and I just wasn't able to lose a couple pounds. So I went to forhers.com and then I answered a couple questions. I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And so because of that and because of a couple other things, I told them, I answered a couple questions. They put me on an oral medication kit that includes, I'm just telling you guys my own story, and then you guys can you answer your own questions with that. And I went on something called metformin, which is a blood insulin thing that is good for PCOS. And I've taken it before I got pregnant years and years ago. And then I am also on something called, gosh, I wish I had the name on me. I'll get it for tomorrow. It's a vitamin B12 and then something with a T. I have to get it for tomorrow. But they prescribed it to me. And I started like in the morning. And then I only started one every morning, only a half a pill. And then I went up to 2. And then now I do it morning and night. It doesn't make me feel any side effects. I feel great. I feel absolutely no change whatsoever, except my appetite is not as strong. And then after I eat, I don't feel as I don't feel like I'm holding on to the extra weight. It's weird. It's like my metabolism is much better, but I don't feel any side effects. And For Hers is who I did it through. And then they came to me and I was like, I love you guys anyway. So anyway, Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans delivered straight to your door if prescribed. Hers offers a holistic weight loss program with personalized solutions, including compounded GLP-1 weekly injections. After submitting an online intake form, a licensed medical provider will determine what plan is best for you. If prescribed, our program includes medication, ongoing care, and online support at one low cost. Weight loss plans are more affordable through Hers with compounded GLP-1 injections or oral medication kits, which is what I'm at. It starts at $165 per month, which is less than what I actually pay less than that because I'm on the oral medication plan. No hidden fees, no membership fees. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time for you to find the best option that works for you. Through Hers, start your initial free online visit today at forhers.com/daily dose. Okay. forhers.com/daily dose. That's the website. That's forhers.com/daily dose for your personalized weight loss treatment options. And it's not available everywhere, but compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription is required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. I'm telling you, honestly, you can try it. You can talk to a doctor. Like I constantly have asked, I asked them questions. I said, I have this weird side effect. What do you think about this? They responded to me right away. Honestly, I've lost 8 pounds. It was amazing. So, and I also work out every day. So that doesn't hurt because I like having muscles. I love it. I love it. But metformin is a prescribed prescription, and I love it because truthfully, I do have PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it does have something to do with the way your body processes insulin. That's personal. Not everyone has that. Okay, next, let's move on. Paige DeSorbo has moved on, you guys. Let's move on with Paige DeSorbo. Paige DeSorbo apparently has moved on, and people are pissed. Do you care? Look, Paige DeSorbo, I'm a little turned off right now. And I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but Paige DeSorbo is turning me off. And I'm not against the fact that she's moved on and she's dating other people because she's single and she can, but it's so fast. And it's like, and I feel like she's angry about it. Look, she's not upset about this breakup. She wasn't upset about the breakup when she announced it. She acted like she was, and she wasn't upset at all. She went out on New Year's Eve. Craig is devastated. Craig is posting that he's like so sad. And he's like, oh, I'm just, I'm in shock. And it's so unexpected. And da, da, da. And then she goes on her podcast. She released it, I think, last Monday or Tuesday. I listened to it on Tuesday night, right before the fires got bad. I was driving home at like 5:30 p.m. and I was listening to it in the car. And it was so off-putting to me. I talked about it on Wednesday, I think. It was so off-putting to me. She was so like, guys, I'm just like happy. I'm doing what's right for me. And fine, like we can be all about like women empowering and stuff, but show a little heart about the fact that you just broke your boyfriend's heart of 3 years. Like you literally just broke his heart. Clearly he's devastated over it. And there was also so many fans that like have been devastated over it, this breakup, and like they have this weird parasocial relationship with you. Have a little bit of, take a second to pretend like you were sad publicly. So it's only January 12th, yesterday. It's not like it's been 6 months, not even been 1 month. It's been 2 weeks. And she goes out last night to the Eagles game. Philadelphia Eagles, right? Tell me I'm not wrong. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. She goes to the Philadelphia Eagles and she goes to the football game with some man. She's sitting in a suite. Now she posts on her own stories herself and her in like some jacket, like a, what's it called? Like a merch jacket. Merch. What am I talking about? Like a stadium. Hello, team jacket, whatever. She's out. She's in the stands in like a suite with him. The picture that Bravo and Cocktails posted, I died. You guys, I died. This was the picture. You would have thought that, they had absolutely no ability to like get a decent picture. I mean, this picture was so bad. It was so bad. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bless Bravo and Cocktails for this horrible, horrible picture, but someone took it. So this is the video. It says Paige spotted at Eagles game. How they even found it, I mean, you can kind of see it's her and him. You see the video. It's like really hard to tell. And then look at this picture. I mean, you know what I saw when I saw this picture? You know those pictures when you were younger that like when you look up close, it just looks pixelated, but then you have to like look far and cross your eyes and then you can see it from a distance. Like when you have to do one of those, like, what is this picture? That's what I felt like I had to do. I could not freaking understand what I was looking at. I could not understand. And that is, of course, this guy. Now, the sleuths were working overtime and we found out who it was. And sure enough, this guy is someone named, and I'm going to find it for you guys. His name is Joe D'Amelio. And who he is, okay, well, according to this one website, Reality Blurb, I found out who he was last night, but let me just show you who Reality Blurb has talked about him. His name is Joe D'Amelio. He is the owner of a company called Clutch Sports. He is a sports agent who actually is a great guy for her. It kind of actually is a good match. But he's been linked to Teresa, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa, before her marriage to Louis, which is Louis or whatever the hell his name is. I'm over him already. He's the vice president of football marketing for Clutch Sports. He's a former sports agent of William Morris. Good looking guy. Now, the craziest thing about it is that he was engaged. According to all of these blinds, he was engaged to this girl. Real Moms of Bravo said he was engaged to this chick. And another account that I follow said that he was texting and ended the let me find. Hold on, I'm going to give you guys all the scoop. This other account that I follow posted this blind that she got saying your new fave. Let's see. I hope she didn't delete it. Okay, I'll share it with you guys. Your new fave Bravo Paige. She follows the show. She said, okay, there is a blind being passed around that about Paige and the person she was with at the game today. Supposedly, he and Paige might be dating, and he broke off an engagement not too long ago. The blind was incorrect with the wording in that it was claimed by any specific person. Apparently, he was DMing with Paige while he was engaged. So supposedly, they've been, chatting for a long time. I truly believe in my heart there's absolutely no reason to believe that this is not true, because a girl is not, and I'm going to stand strong about this. A girl and a guy does not do, technically, it's very hard to not feel sad about a breakup after 3 years unless you have moved on already. You can get mad at me if you want. You can get mad at me, but I'm going to say something real fast. The only way to get over someone is, say it with me, is to get under someone else. And so if you get under someone else before you get out of someone else, like, it smooths that transition. I'm sorry. It's impossible to break up with someone after 3 years who has been such a rock for you, who has been such an amazing boyfriend to you, who has been always there for you, who's been so supportive for you. If you listen to Paige the way she talks about Craig on the breakup episode of the Giggly Squad, she has no sadness over it whatsoever. She's talking about him like he's the most perfect boyfriend ever. She is not sad. It's because she's moved on. Sorry. I believe she completely has moved on, whether it's with this guy or someone else. She's emotionally moved on. Sorry, guys. That's how I feel. And then What's even crazier is that according to Taste of Reality, which this account has reshared, she gets a little defensive in her comments, which again makes I'm sorry, again, you guys are going to think, oh my God, you hate women. But I am not, this is not a hating on Paige moment. This is just the truth. I'm just announcing what I believe. She is getting defensive. And she said in comments when someone talked about it, she said, I'm going to be outside a lot. Get used to it. Because people are getting a little kind of confused why she's out with another guy. She said, I'm going to be, well, she didn't say I'm going to be. She said, I'm going to be outside a lot. Get used to it. Okay. Got it. Okay. I'm going to say something and not a lot of you guys are going to like it. This is a homebody girl. This is a girl that lives in bed. This is a girl that never wants to leave. She never wants to be social. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She wants to sit at home. She wants to do nothing. She wants to sit with her cat. And all of a sudden now she wants to be social. She wants to go to football games. She wants to go to basketball games. When she was with Craig, she didn't want to go anywhere. I'm going to be outside. Get used to it. It's giving like, sorry, Craig, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. If Craig did this, you guys would hate him. Hate. If Craig was out with another girl at like some girly event and then said, I'm going to be outside, get used to it, even if he was the one that got broken up with, you guys would murder him online. That coupled with her last podcast episode, like this is like not boding well for her likability. I'm just going to be honest. I feel bad for Craig. He better like block her. That's not going to feel good to see. Is he still following her? Someone check quick. Okay. And let's talk about Sister Wives very fast because I'm going to tell you something really quickly. And, you know, just for you, just for the 6 of you that are still watching Sister Wives. Yeah, and Christine gets married. That's literally what happened on Sister Wives. Oh, I'm sorry. And Mary decorates her house for Halloween. Sister Wives is going down, just like that tree begrudgingly did. Sister Wives is really struggling. It's the worst show on TV this season. It's so bad. It's so bad. 97% of Sister Wives is recycled material from the wedding. It's so bad. I think I fast forwarded 52 minutes of Sister Wives. I can't do it. I can't do it. I will tell you one scene of Sister Wives, and then that's going to be the end of this conversation, okay? So I'm sorry. If you like a Sister Wives recap, you may have to go to watch Ace and Caitlin. I can't do it. The whole episode is what we already saw in Christine and David's wedding. In terms of the whole episode, I'm not even talking about new scenes from it. It's literally the same scenes. I saw the dance. I saw her sitting in the hallway. I saw them walking down the aisle. I can't believe they're recycling this. So I fast forwarded through every single episode, every single part of the wedding. We did see the scenes of Cody cutting down a tree. It was good because we did get a visor scene and we got the gloves. We got the gloves on, we got the visor, and we got him with a chainsaw. And it was like giving him some foreplay. He was shaky and he was like, I am feeling like I'm masturbating. That's what it was like. He did say, my adrenals are going crazy. I'm going to take down this tree. And she said, you know, Cody, he has a intelligent approach and then just a wild hair. And I said, wild hair? All of the wild hairs. Then he goes, I'm taking down this tree and it's not going down. So now I have to take chunks of it down. Chunks. I said, Cody, never say the word chunks again. Never. So vomitous. Then he goes, one problem after another with this tree. And I thought to myself, this taking down this tree is symbolic of your life, Cody. You literally make problems for yourself. No one asked you to take down this tree. You took down this tree for no reason. You have 40 trees and you had to take down this tree, and you took down this tree, and it was literally for what? You took down one tree to cause you 18 hours of a problem. He creates problems for himself. And then she's like, go, go. He's like, go, go, damn. Go, 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 damn. And then Robin's in the background. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. We're safe. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I want to say one quick moment. I want to talk about one thing about last week, about the ATV moment, because that was the highlight of last week. Last week started with the ATV. Whoa, when she flew, and then it went downhill. I should have known. I should have known her flying off that ATV was going to be the highlight of the week. Notice how Robin cries over everything on Sister Wives. Over everything. She cries in every conversation with Cody. She cries in every conversation with Mary, Christine, with Janelle. She cries over her kids. She cries over the divorce. She cries on the porch. She cries over every conversation about Coyote Pass. She cries over everything. But when she actually flies off an ATV and almost gets a concussion and breaks her neck, there's no tear to be found. I find that suspect. Why? Interesting. Then she and then she talks about Christine. She goes, in the most sad, morbid, talking about a funeral or a dead person way, Robin says, when I heard that Christine was moving on and getting married, I was very happy for her. I am happy for her, and I wish her the best. Who talks that way? If you guys ever wished me the best in the way that Robin talks about people, I would be concerned about our friendship. Donna, I really wished you the best in your career. Wah, wah. Like, Robin is the living version of like, wah, 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 wah. And then Christine's wedding and Mary decorated. I honestly, my brain can't really take in a lot of TV right now. I'm not there at the moment. Like, this is a nice distraction, but I'm not there. And so because of that, I wasn't really able to like function to take in a lot of this episode. But those of you that stuck with me this week, I love you. And we will get through this together. This is so important that we're here together, and it's all about community, and it's all about sticking together. And I will keep you guys posted on stories. Thank you for following on Instagram. Those of you that really want to keep up to date on just like moment by moment, if anything new keeps happening, I'm posting about it on my stories. And let's pray to God that anything continues to happen is going to stay safe, and no more homes get in the line of this devastating fire. And pray for the firefighters, like pray for Los Angeles. We can't take any more. And then pray for like the rains and the mudslides, because that's what happens after these fires. That's the craziest part about this, is that a few years ago in Santa Barbara, we had the most devastating fires, and then a couple months later were the mudslides. And that's what really took down the cities. So like, I can't. Okay. But it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine, right? According to the governor, everything is fine. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. You're the best. Bye.